The multi-billion naira Delta Leisure Resort, a private sector initiative, was unveiled recently at Oleri, a relatively unknown community near the Delta Steel Company, Omialaja, in Udu local government area of Delta State. The groundbreaking ceremony was not only unique and symbolic, but also definitive as it underscored the willingness and seriousness of the Delta State government to drive the project in partnership with Sana PFM, reputed all over the world as a frontline tourism development firm. Indeed, the ceremony gave meaning to the much professed Delta without oil, as it demonstrates a strong commitment towards the realization of the vision of the Delta State government with regard to the diversification of the economy of the state to agriculture, the development and promotion of tourism to world-class standards, with the ultimate goal of depending less on oil as a major source of revenue for the state. Governor Emmanuel Eweton Odwanga publicly and unambiguously alluded to this paradigm shift in policy target, which is so dear to his heart at the ceremony, which attracted stakeholders in the tourism industry from within and outside the country, including the Minister of Culture and Tourism, Chief Edem Duke, and Delta State Deputy Governor, Professor Amos Agbo-Tuama, SAN, among others.
Our dream of creating a state or developing a state beyond oil is coming through. And this is one of the projects that will make us not depend entirely on oil. It's a project that has attracted private investment into Delta. Please, I want to emphasize that this project we are unveiling today is a private investment. There is an agreement with the government to provide certain infrastructure, and providing those infrastructure has been very challenging. The first infrastructure we were told to provide was the land. And we provided the land, and we thought that was it. But we now needed to provide access to the land, and that is why this bridge and this access road will be constructed by government.
Besides, government also awarded a 2 billion naira contract for the sand filling of the swampy terrain to pave way for the commencement of construction work at the already cleared site, which is about 216 hectares in size.
Thirdly, we provided the site. The company wanted to start, and they saw that most of the site was swampy. And she came and said, oh, it was dry ground. We said you should provide for us. We said, but in Delta, you hardly see dry ground in this area now. They said, no, we must provide the dry ground. Well, we're already here. So they insisted that we must sand fill this place. So if you see this, if you just check my back now, you see the place that has been cleared. We're even lucky that now it's almost dry. But at the time it was cleared, it was water, real water, and it's very swampy. And there's no way you can construct anything here without sand filling. So a contract has been awarded to Westminster Dredging. I think it's going to cost us about 2 billion to sand fill that's the whole area. We are confident it will be completed in record time because we know that Westminster Dredging is a company with reputation and it's a company that can perform.
The governor, who was visibly elated at the eventual takeoff of the project, expressed optimism that the goals of the Delta Leisure Resort, which is to make Delta State the preferred world tourist destination with its attendant potential to create jobs for the teeming unemployed youths, coupled with the overall positive spiral effects on the economy of the state, would be realized. He said the benefits of the project were enormous, as the company would establish its own independent power plant to supply electricity to the project and the host community, as well as adjoining communities within the precinct of the project.
Now, as part of this project, the company is constructing its own independent power plant. The power plant that will power the project will not depend on PACN. The only challenge we are still having is access to gas. But we are still in the negotiation stage with NGC. It's a power plant that will power the plant, that will power the street lights. Although she has not said this for other one, but she also power the communities. This one is directly from government. Princess, you have to power the communities. So any community where say no one get lights, make person just park one for this area now. Apart from the power, there are a lot of other benefits for all of us. Let us cooperate and ensure this project succeeds. I must at this stage, very sincerely from the bottom of my heart, thank the host community, the Oleri community. I manage projects across the state. I believe this community has been most cooperative. You see, to tell you how mischievous people can be, some people from other communities come and want to pump this community either against government or against company. I even remember the issue of compensation. The kind of things people were coming, go and do this, go and do government this one. No, you go get more if you do this, you go get more. I just came and I explained to them, and they understood, and they accepted what we're doing. And that is the way it should be. I want to thank them very sincerely for being very cooperative, and God will bless them for that cooperation.
The Delta State Chief Executive disclosed that a beautification project, including the construction of the median from the Efrun roundabout and installation of street lights to the resort, will also be executed to boost the aesthetics of the road leading to the project site.
We must beautify the median from Efrun roundabout up to DSC, front of DSC. I know the Udu people have been requesting for street lights. That beautification will include street light and something you have never seen before. So the state government, working with the group, we are beautifying the roundabout up to the front of DSC.
The governor also recalled with satisfaction the behind-the-scene events that gave impetus to the Delta Leisure Resort and commended the thoroughness, doggedness, and sincerity of purpose exhibited by elder statesman High Chief Abel Ubeku, who, according to the governor, put his integrity on the line for the project to be realized.
The High Chief, for taking interest in this project. I know we have a lot to do, the project has a lot to do with the federal government in terms of some certifications, but as long as the High Chief is there, we will get whatever we need for the federal government. And I also thank the directors who came with him. Thank you very much, sir, for believing in the project and for putting your integrity at stake on this project. And it was possible for him to have said, look, I'm the chairman, let me bring this project. This project must go my community. I mean, not be so. That is the typical us now. Thank you, High Chief, for not insisting that the project should go to your community. I want to thank you very much. I'll thank myself too, because I'm a fit to go my community.